it's really amazing how once the stress and the pressure is gone, how much easier it is to work through things. Like once I admitted defeat and was like, well, now I'm totally screwed. I'm losing $4,000. There's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Well, once I entered into that headspace, laying out the whole thing wasn't that big a deal. Although I do want to fudge around with it a little bit today. The 20-footer, it should be a nice perfect straight line. And it's like the 20-footer's just kicked out a little bit. Hopefully the holes are all right, so I won't really have to do any more digging, just changing where a couple, well, 3 probably, realistically. I kind of want this one lined up because it's where the door would be to block off the inner side of this area. The shipping containers create 3.5 sides. So there's an opening so you can get into the middle of this area. I could store whatever, you could use it as a barn for like, that's really like the barn for the animals for the winter time. Ultimate use will be interim before I get to the ultimate would be just a sorting area. Once I can get the roof on, I can start sorting all this stuff that I got in there, shipping it off to different places. But until then, hopefully I can get this truck back in 1 week. I called the shipping company and told them what the problem was so they can rearrange their schedule a little bit. I mean, I'm gonna lose money because the only way it's a flat fee is if they're showing up and putting it right where I want it. If they have to put it here and then pick it up again and then put it here, picking it up again and moving it here, that costs money. But if they don't have to bring my container over, my 4th container, if they can just hold on to it until they can bring the truck back, then I'll save that whole extra. That's like $1,200. So then the only extra will be is the picking up and the moving the 3 shipping containers again, which I think is $300 a piece, I think. So that's like $1,000 it'd probably be. So instead of losing $4,000, I think, well, I don't know what the rental on the backhoe is yet. Assuming that's $1,500 and assuming that that's $2,500 I just lost instead of $4,000, which is good. $2,500 is much better than $4,000. But $2,400 is 3 months of a backhoe payment. 3 months, and this is kind of a crucial 3 months too before my whole invention thing kicks in, and I start to get paychecks from that. Anyway, I bought a saw today to cut boards. So I own that kind of saw, but it's actually in the shipping containers that are on their way. So, and there is no way I can open those things up until I have them set. And then even after I have them set, before I even bother opening them up at all, I need to have an area prepared to put the stuff. Every single one of those shipping containers is Tetrised to the door. Okay, they're there. Okay, they're, but what do I do? And I actually conceptualized buying yet another container just to have a container to be able to take stuff out of and stick it in and sort through it. I mean, that's just ridiculous, spending $3,000. I would much rather just wait to sort the stuff until I have a roof in place, because then that gives me a whole entire dry area in the middle to sort all that stuff. And by the time I get all that done, the invention could have kicked in to the point where I'm looking at buying a place in suburbia Portland or outskirts, probably outskirts. I don't think I'd want to spend the money to get into Portland to get in, but buy a place to put all this old studio stuff and literally have the office there and the studio, just like what I had before. Just buy a building to do that in, so I'm not wasting the money on rent and stuff. And if I get this other thing going, the production company's actually been doing pretty good. I've been keeping my eye on the numbers, on how much money's in the bank. I've been keeping my eye on that. Other than that, I haven't been keeping an eye on like how much actual content is there. The production company can afford like a few $1,000s a month at this rate where it's going right now, that could go into a mortgage, that could cover a studio, then in turn kick the sales up even higher. Just right now, it's like I need to see what the sales are going to be. It needs to go for a while because it's a total switching of the way the operation works. And there's money accruing. The business can freaking buy something to freaking operate out of, you know, go back into bigger operations. 70s.